Okay, so Teutschenthal again here. Just going to lower the music. Only think that, or at least only I should be able to hear it. So I've been thinking about what to do next, and I think it's time for timing gates. Just as a rough placement, not really the final thing. So timing gates. So just going to start by placing the timing gates at roughly the estimated position they need to be in. I know I place a lot of them, but that prevents cutting as well. If you have too few, people are going to be able to cut, and that really sucks. Also, I'm not going to spend too much time on making the position and size perfect, as they will need to be changed when all objects are in place. So the first one could be down the start straight away. I think that's good enough. The second one can be in the middle of the start turn. And these small dots that you probably don't see are stakes. So trying to fit them somewhat to those for the moment. This should be pretty straightforward and not really anything weird, as it's just place and size. Make sure to place a lot of them so people aren't able to cut. And you should be good. I might almost place too many here. But better safe than sorry, I guess. Sorry if I sound weird, I still have a lot of allergies. So that's probably why. And then this should be the kick, I think. Placing so many timing gates. But to a certain degree it is needed because people always seem to find crazy lines and crazy cuts you can do. Even if you think you have the best timing gates ever. Forgot one. Just going to make this one big for now, as I don't really know exactly where the things are, or the boundaries of the track. As I said before, these are not the final timing gates. I do have to place bales and a lot of other stuff in order to know which ones are going to be final, as I can't place them and then place bales inappropriately. But one thing I can say is that you need a timing gate in each phase of each jump, or at the top of each phase, to make sure that the players go off of the correct part of the jump. If you would have before, players could easily sneak to the side, and if it's a big jump you could make a lot of time doing so. So save, and after saving we open the track editor or the folder. Timing gates. Now we take the last timing gate here and make 2 of it and change the coordinates so it starts at 0 more or less. We'll need quite a few, so that is 70 new timing gates. Then we do //force reload, and the track reloads with the new timing gates, hopefully. Let's see, the finish line is timing gate number 20, which means that timing gate number 21 should be the first shake after finish. Let's save it again. Now we should have 2 gates that we can remove. Removing the last 2 gates. We can also place the first lap. Let's go to MXSGP tools.storekinemxs.com, timing gate tool. Then we had, how many gates? 54. Copy all of this. Normal lap 0 to 54. We delete the first timing gate, the 0 one, because that's not in. That's only the very first lap. That's never going to be ran again. Then we can also see that 21 should be first, meaning that we can copy or cut actually anything between in front of 21. Whoops. So it starts on 21, then we paste it in the back here. So after 21 there's 22, and after 54 it should be 1. And 54, 1, that looks correct. We can also see that the normal lap should be 0 to 20. First lap I mean, so that's correct. I'm actually going to do one thing here, and that is to not initialize timing gate 19 on the first lap. This should make us start here in time trial. So let's open up time trial and see. Yeah. Only reason I wanted to start here is to have a shot of making the jump on the first lap. There's not much worse when doing time trial to start in an upward slope or something. Because otherwise you would have started about... Whoops, back up to some work. I think you would have started right here. And on a 250 you have no way of making this big thing. So right here. And we can also try the normal race just to see. It's going to lower the volume for myself a bit here. Feels weird to talk otherwise. So coming up, something similar to Talladega, it looks like. Over the Tomac crashing hill. Of course. So I'm not going to triple here, that's for sure. Making sure to stay within the stakes at all time in order to not lose a timing gate. And we can see that we just went on to lap 2. Hope I didn't miss a timing gate there. So SeaWorld's awake. Isn't it super early in US? It is. Perhaps super late, I guess. Well, I guess if you're on the west coast, it's 1 or 2 a.m. Not that bad. So let's see here. We should have lap 3 coming in. That is correct. So at least the lap time system works, sort of. 4 a.m. Nice. Let's see. Just trying to find something that is live timing or has been live timing. Points. There's something about lap times. Total time, speed. My dogs are going crazy because the neighbors walked into their place. So it looks like no lap times, total time gap, speed points. Here we have something. Best lap 143. That's February. Where is the 250 guys? Either way, let's jump on a 450 and see if we can beat 143 with ease. If we can, that sucks. We can actually do the time trial, I guess. Kidding me? Okay, guess we have to try one more time. slippery. Well, $143, so people are probably going to get down to 138 or something. Considering I made a few mistakes, and probably lower than that. Worth to notice is that it's not the final version of the track, so we will add more bumps and ruts, I guess. Next GP round is going to be Leon. Why I didn't jump the uphill triple? With the traction I have and not finish the berm, it's really hard to brake and stuff in time, so I am going to have to figure out a way to do that part nicely. But I am going to add one more timing gate actually. And this is going to be timing gate 55. Save. Reload the track. Now we can see if it works. Because the problem is that with the sort of free up things right before you go back onto the solid straight, if I don't place a timing gate in between the first two, people of great skill might be able to jump up onto the second one. So in theory you could jump from the inside or just go across here and cut the track in order to land at this point. And I think that sucks, so we will need to place the timing gate here. Timing gate should have added one, and it should be so if we jump straight across here, this wouldn't allow. I mean, you still could potentially, I guess, picking up the finish line, timing it, but it's at least prevents some of it. And that is timing gate 55, supposed to be after 48. So after 48 we add 55. And then we force reload the track to make the update apply. Oh, EMX, that's quite good actually. Way faster than I was ever. I'll be back in a few seconds. Oh, and by the way, thanks for liking the track. Just had to check on the dogs. Sounded like one of them had a treat stuck in their throat. Oh yeah, I did mean real life. Or I didn't understand you meant real life, yeah. My dogs are fun because a puppy that's 4 months old and his big brother that's soon close to 2 years, it's roughly 1.5 years apart. The little one is just so jealous of everything, like literally everything. If you say good boy to the big one, you have to say it to the smaller one as well, or he'll freak out. And I just found out that he took, I'm getting like candy sticks or treat sticks, or so they can chew on for a while, and he just took the big one's treat, so quite frustrated. Whoops. Be back in a few seconds again. Heard a small dog moving again, so I had check. Simon Sonter, that's a good guy. I think Kyle Watts plays with keyboards well. User, form user. I know that there's some guy, I don't know if Gabriel Grossi plays with keyboard as well. Not sure. We have Kawasaki on YouTube. Kawasaki is one of the legendary people in this game, I guess. So just considering what to do next on the track. I guess the uphill triple could be. Oh, that's interesting. Uphill triple. I wonder if it makes the uphill triple in this, because I used to go off of the 2015 EMX version and they did not jump the uphill triple. So he does that without any problems. I guess I will have to reshape the entire jump, unfortunately. Which isn't too much to do, just angle the face a bit more. New gradient. Something like this. Set from terrain. Excuse me. Shit. That's also incorrect. That sucks. I think this one is better. So what if we just do that? Angle the entire first face a bit. That's way easier to do now. Let's see. Unfortunately, I think the outside is going to be the premier line, and it's going to be hard to get a good inside getting here. Guess we could smooth the inside a bit to make it more competitive, because I do want an inside line around here. So to smooth something around 2 maybe. Because I do want sort of a soft landing if you're gonna land and go to the inside. With some timing, I guess it could work. Ooh. I guess I have to jump even shorter in order to bounce up and drop enough speed. Oh well, it looks good and it feels quite good. Thanks, Richard. Save, always important. So let's start with the inside rut I was thinking about. Let's see. I guess the rut could start around this point. That would be right here. So let's see, you will come here, you will... It's way shorter than outside, that's for sure. So what I'm trying to do here is lower only the very furthest out part of the rut to create sort of a sharp edge of it. Like a sharp outside, so it becomes... let's see here. If we have a pencil, if you just lower the same area all the time, you're going to get something like very bowl formed. I don't know. Guess this one was the best. But what I want to try and do is to lower, make it like this, and then we can make a last, for example. Sort of like this. The last one was quite bad. So the rut would eventually become like that. So I have a sharp edge right there so that you can bank off of. If that makes sense, I hope it does. If it doesn't, I really don't know how to explain it in any other way. Not even sure if it's sort of possible to take the inside line. You do sort of slide on the inside, which is not good. So we do have to lower a bit on the inside as well. So you can definitely bounce over. Very, very faintly just raise a bit here. So that this part, it seems to be lower, and instead of lowering, which is sort of difficult to do, not difficult, but it can be really hard to get precise. I'm trying to add a bit on the outside. Whoops. So I'm gonna try on a 250 as well. Wasn't too far off the transfer. I wish that YouTube didn't claim copyright stuff if I would have music in it, because I'm listening to music from Spotify. That's why you can't really hear anything, because I've muted all the system sounds. You can only hear the microphone. Close call. But if I'm letting you guys listen to it and then I upload it to YouTube, it will unfortunately claim copyright, I guess. I think for people that's fast, that could be a really good line with potential. Woo. It's not smooth, that's the thing. It needs to be smoother, but if I smooth, I'm afraid that it's going to raise it too much. Not that bad. Let's see, we have been streaming for 48 minutes. Guess we could go on for a little bit more. So let's see if I can figure these ruts out here. So that line works solidly. That's two. Now I'm sort of torn here. You can see that the track is so narrow. But it's still 8% bigger than real life. Or wider. So I'm considering if I should make some parts wider. It's a tough call because if it's unique in the sense that it's narrow. I mean, this part I don't need to make wider, it's already quite wide. It's just that some certain parts are quite narrow. The parts I more specifically mean is, let's see here, the first part would be this, I think. It's not too wide, but I still guess this is good enough, but this jump is really not that wide. So it's, if I would make that jump wider, this is not too wide either, but I guess this is better. This is also harder to make anything about. Because it's going to be difficult placing 40 guys inside of this, I think. Perhaps do something here as well. I mean, even if it's narrow in real life, you should still be able to fit a few guys through here. But this section in particular is the one I'm questioning about. After you come up here, it's all good, but I think I'm going to have to make the first part wider. And then it's just which way. I'm going to make it to the left, I think, because I do want to keep the turn here. That was not what I intended to do. Reload the track again. I want to see if the gradient is still in place. There one. That seems like the gradient, that's right. So that seems far away. Let's reload the track again, because I might suspect that it's actually in the right angle of what it's supposed to be, which I did not expect. Look at that. Surprising. And if I replace the stakes, guess this is good. Looks good to me. Streaming for 57 minutes. Let's see, I want to see the road that goes right here. Because it's nice to do the off-track stuff as well, like this crossroads. Crossroads is probably the wrong word, but crossing road. Because personally I think details like that are quite cool to have. So it's always nice to do them. Oh, had a flat gradient. Already? Looks like this part is supposed to be further down in real life. But that's not going to happen at the moment, so we will have to settle for the best that we can get. So just going to smooth. Smooth. Now what do we have? I was just thinking about something and then I, as usual, forgot completely what I was thinking about. That was probably the sketchiest backflip ever. I'm going to call it done for today. I do have more stuff to do today and I really need to do that. So this is what's going to be done today. We've done added timing gates and fixed the normal app and stuff. Changed the uphill triple, made it inside rut. After the uphill triple, made this road thing happen. I guess that's mainly about it. Oh, 4K decals. I'm just going to do that before we go. Because I would like to remember this decal being a 2K one, and 4K is better resolution than 2K. So decal files, and I am using this one, I would guess, because this one is frankly not the same. It's so ugly. It's the one I modified. I do think now I know what I could do to make it better looking. Let's see. This should be the 2016. It should be 2K. It is. Let's see. Teutschenthal something. Now just the question is what this one is. Oh, nope, not the right one. Oh, that was a track path. This is new. Nope. And we can see that 2700. So if we just going to save this for web, if we have it in another thing, if we make it regular 2K, it's actually going to be less quality than otherwise. So I'm going to try and scale it up to 4K and see if that does a difference in game. If so, that's going to be awesome. If not, that is, well, that is what it is. So this is 4K and it takes forever to save. It's going to be 26 megabytes. Quick access. So the tedious process of saving will. Let's see Photoshop. So still saving since it won't open.